It's not necessarily that anxiety that people might be feeling is an issue. It's probably the alarm that something else is wrong.
Yeah.
So when people are feeling wired and tired, we label that as strength, like well done for being constantly awake and engaged and locked in.
Nobody works harder than me because I don't sleep. It's like...
Exactly. In reality, that's probably a sign that your system never really shuts down. So you're probably never really regulating yourself. You're never really allowing yourself to process what's happened in the day, the emotions you've experienced, the lessons you've learned. But I suppose society rewards the hyper-functioning and the hyper-stimulated rather than the regulation, the hyper-regulated.
Yeah.
If I told you I worked until 2 p.m., 2 a.m.
That is late for you.
Yeah. 2 a.m. people are like, oh, like, wow, yeah, it must have been really hard. Like, well done, like, good job. Or 11 p.m. or whatever it is. But if people said, oh, I go to bed every night at 9:30, they'd be like, what? That's weird.
I don't know, because that's so early, it's got a new level of respect.
Do you think?
Yeah, because you get up early.
I do.
And like that, for people like me who work late but can't get up early, like, I envy that. The same as you may envy.
I don't envy. No. Like, I love my sleep schedule. I think it's so important. I see the benefits of it. It's something I'm nervous about when I go traveling. It's losing it, because I know I will. I'll be able to have some form of rigidity. I think I'll get up later, like 7, because that's still early, but it's later in the grand scheme of things for me. And life happens a little bit later, but I won't be the one that's out partying or doing things. But a good sleep schedule is super important. The adrenaline that someone's probably feeling from this hyper productivity will feel like a sustainable energy, but in reality, that adrenaline is just what your body's producing to keep you stimulated, but it was not a sustainable fuel.
The other thing that I think we should touch on, I don't know how much longer we've got left, is
As long as you want, mate.
sedation and sleep.
Okay.
Alcohol, for example, before bed. Glass of wine before bed helps me fall asleep. Does it? Or does it just sedate you, and then your brain has to do lots of catching up while it's sleeping? It has to excrete all of the alcohol out of your body so that you can actually fall asleep and have proper rest and feel well rested.
So how do people sedate themselves?
They drink, they smoke, even taking sleeping pills. Like, it's called sleeping pill. It helps you sleep, right? No, it doesn't. It just sedates you.
So that stops the body's natural ability to go into that natural rhythm of sleep.
You can't dream when you're under the influence of alcohol. And your body has to have a certain amount of dream sleep, which means that what starts to happen in long-term alcoholics is they'll be walking, they'll start to hallucinate because their body is trying to snatch the dreams back from them. It's really interesting. It's also why if you have, 1 hour to get rid of 1 unit of alcohol out of your body. So if you have 1 unit before you go to bed, or maybe 2 units, it will take 2 hours, and then what you have is really vivid dreams for the last hours of your sleep. And it's because your brain hasn't been able to do it, and then it's got to do all the processing all in one go.
Interesting. Why do we think people use sedation then? Is it a coping mechanism? Is it a way to make themselves feel better about themselves? Is it a way to run away from any stillness that they would be feeling?
Yeah, I think it is just, it's removing barriers to entry, if you like.
Yeah.
It's like, if I know if I drink a glass of wine, I feel more tired. Therefore, I'll just have a glass of wine, I'll fall asleep, and then I don't need to worry about it.
Yeah, but then if it's removing the ability to go into REM sleep, the dream state, that's where you're going to be repairing. It's going to remove any stings from any memories. It's going to allow your mind to process. And if you're sedating yourself, you're interrupting your natural sleep stages. Because I think, isn't it, we go through stages of sleep in 90-minute bursts of like REM to deep to core, and then so on and so forth, and then natural stages. But if you're sedating yourself at the beginning, you're going to be interrupting that.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Did you find that if you ever drink, your sleep is worse that night?
I don't ever drink loads, so I think I get away with it.
Okay.
For that, I only have like the 2 units of alcohol so that then my dreams can catch up, and it's fine. But if I overdrink, then yeah, I wake up and I'm groggy as hell.
Interesting. Yeah, I've never looked at sedation versus sleep because I always just assumed that they were one of the same. So when I think about when I was using like weed to get me to sleep.
That's why I was telling you every time, whenever we were working at Sainsbury's, you were like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna smoke at 6, and then I'll be asleep, and then it's fine."
Well, we did have to get up at
3 or 4.
yeah. When we started at 4 a.m., we had to get up at 3. When we started at 2 a.m., we had to get up at like 1.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I wasn't tired at that time, so I needed to put myself to bed. And some people were doing that; they would work until 10 a.m., take a nap, and then fall asleep at a normal time. So they'd have 2 sleeps rather than 1 big, and I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
That was fucked. Anyone that does that, my hat's off to you. But I'm sorry, your quality of life is significantly lower than those that have, say, some sort of consistency and sleep in rhythm with the world in its natural, like sunrise, sunset.
Yeah. It's wild. Like looking back, I have no idea how we did it.